Everyone says just wake up earlier to fix your mornings, but let's be honest. Your mornings won't save you if your evenings are a complete mess. There was a season where I forced myself to wake up early, hoping that would help my day go smoother. But even with the extra time, I still felt rushed and unsettled before the day even started. And then it finally clicked. My mornings didn't need more time, they needed more preparation. Just adding a few 1-minute habits to my evening changed everything. And when I began building those small rhythms into my nights, the whole tone of my day started to shift. In this video, I'm walking you through 10 1-minute evening habits that have made my mornings so much more peaceful. They're simple, doable, and you can start tonight. No fancy routine required. So stick around because I think they'll help your mornings be a lot more smooth and a lot more manageable as well. I'm Lauren, a homeschooling mom of 5, and I help Christian homemakers build systems and routines from the ground up that actually work for your life. If that sounds like something you need, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so that you don't miss more of what's coming. With that said, let's go ahead and jump in. What if just 3 minutes of cleaning tonight helps save you 30 minutes of chaos in the morning? It was a Friday night recently, and I was so done. It was a long homeschool day, the toddler had a meltdown at bedtime, and we had guests late into the evening. And quite honestly, I just didn't want to do anything else. So I skipped it. I left the dishes in the sink, stuff all over the kitchen counter, and I just went to bed. And I remember thinking, it's fine, I'll work through this tomorrow. But the next morning, I walked into the kitchen and I immediately felt it. Cluttered counters, a sticky table, dishes everywhere. The kids were already waking up. And instead of starting the day with peace on a Saturday morning, I was cleaning up yesterday. That morning was louder, messier, and way more frustrating than it needed to be. It was such a reminder, skipping the evening habits does not save me time. So let's talk about what I do that helps. Number 1, quick surface wipe down. Just wipe down the high traffic places in your kitchen, like your counters, your table, maybe the stove if it needs it. This isn't a deep clean. It's just a 1-minute reset that really does make a difference in the morning. Even if it's late and you're ready to go to bed, doing a quick wipe down helps keep things from building up. And when you walk in the next day to a clean surface instead of sticky spots or crumbs, it just feels better. You're not immediately thinking about everything you still need to do. You can just move into your morning. And it also helps to clear off any extra clutter like mail, stray cups, or appliances you don't use every day. The less stuff on your counters, the calmer the space feels. And when your space feels calmer, you feel calmer. And this habit doesn't have to just fall on you either. In our home, everyone pitches in after dinner. Even little kids can help wipe the table or throw away trash. If it becomes something that you do together, it becomes lighter and faster. And when this becomes part of your evening rhythm, it's one less thing waiting for you in the morning. If you want tips in involving your family in after meal cleanups, I've got a video linked down below that explains it all. Number 2, start the dishwasher and put away any dishes that you can. This is one of those small habits that make a big difference. So if the dishwasher isn't running, start it. If some of the dishes are drying out on a rack, take a minute to dry and put away. You don't have to do it all, set a timer if you want to, but just do enough to clear the space for tomorrow morning. The goal is not perfection, it's making progress and helping yourself the next morning. And it's walking to a kitchen that feels ready and not overwhelming. When the counters and sink are clear, breakfast is easier. You're not bumping into dishes or trying to clean while making food, and you're not starting the day already behind. It also makes it so much easier to be patient with your kids, with the pace of the morning. You're not distracted or trying to do 5 things at once. This little habit gives you a lot of momentum before the day even begins. Number 3, reset the living room or wherever it is that you plan to spend your morning. This takes 1 minute, maybe 2, but it's one of the most calming things I've done in my evening routine for the next day. Just simply straighten what's out of place. Fluff the pillows, fold the blanket, toss stray toys in the basket. If this is the space where you're going to have quiet time, nurse the baby, or sip your coffee, it sets the tone for how the day starts. It's really hard to ease into the morning when you walk into yesterday's mess. But a quick reset the night before makes the space feel calm and welcoming. I used to save this for the morning thinking maybe it would just take me a couple minutes. It wouldn't be a big deal. But starting the day in any kind of a mess always left me feeling a little unsettled. Now when I take a minute to reset it the night before, I can actually enjoy that first quiet moment of the day instead of feeling like I need to tidy up before I even sit down. And here's a trick. If your space tends to get cluttered, try simplifying what's in it. Create yourself a 1-minute tidy zone by clearing out what you don't use or left. The less stuff in this room that you're wanting to have a quiet time in, the easier it is to reset it quickly the next night so that you can have smooth mornings. These first few habits are all about clearing your space so that you're not waking up to yesterday's mess. But now we're going to talk about what to do with what's in your head, because sometimes the mental clutter is just as loud. If you've ever remembered something after it was too late, like a play date, a missed appointment, or a package return, these next habits take less than a minute, and they've helped me stop letting things like this slip through the cracks. One morning recently, I was halfway through breakfast cleanups, still in my pajamas, when my phone buzzed. I glanced down and saw the text, "We're so excited to see you today. Sorry we're scrambling to get out the door." My heart sank. I had forgotten completely that I had a play date scheduled. So I ran to throw on some clothes really quick and threw some toys in a basket like it was a game show. And when she showed up, I smiled and I was so happy to see her, but I felt off. I felt like I was playing catch up from the minute I woke up that morning. That night, I pulled out my planner and thought, I knew better than this. Skipping that 1-minute calendar check clearly threw off my whole day. But it is 100% a part of my rhythm most days. It's just 30 seconds to look ahead. It's nothing fancy. But it reminds me of Proverbs 24:27. It says, prepare your work outside, get everything ready, and then build your house, or something like that. That verse reminds me, peace at home does not happen by accident. It starts with being prepared. And sometimes that preparation is as simple as glancing at your calendar the night before. So let's talk about another way to prepare for tomorrow. The fourth one that I would say is prep the items that need to leave the house tomorrow. If you've got errands or activities the next day, I highly recommend taking 1 minute to go ahead and gather everything you need to bring with you. Library books, stock the diaper bag, package returns, any snacks you might need, sports gear. Whatever it is, just go ahead and gather it up and set it by the door. This one habit saves so much stress, especially when you're trying to scramble out the door with a lot of little kids. And you're not halfway down the road before you realize, I left the package again. Ask me how I know. It doesn't need to be complicated. Just ask yourself, what do I need to have ready for tomorrow? It's very simple. If you do this one little step before any outings, even for just a minute, you'll feel a whole lot less rushed in the morning. And number 5, I've already touched on this a little bit. Review your calendar. This one takes less than 30 seconds. Glance at the next day and check for any appointments, to-dos, commitments, or outings that you've scheduled. You might think that you'll remember, but let's be honest, life is full and mom brain. If it's not written down, it's probably going to slip. I know that's true for me. Even just seeing what's coming can help you sleep better. So you're not lying in bed thinking, what am I forgetting? You already know what's ahead, and this really frees up your brain to be able to rest. It also helps you make better decisions ahead of time when you're clear-minded. If you see that tomorrow is full, you might go to bed earlier. If you see that you're staying home, you can just prep accordingly. It's a tiny habit that brings a surprising amount of clarity. Number 6, brain dump your to-do list or anything that's bothering you. Before bed, take a minute just to jot down anything that's on your mind that you know you need to do. Tasks, reminders, or just things that you don't want to forget. I recommend keeping a simple notebook nearby that you can easily access and return to each night. That way, you're not starting over with loose papers or scattered notes every time. I usually do a full brain dump on Sunday evenings to map out the week. And then each night, I glance at that list and I choose 1 or 2 things to focus on the next day. If you're in a heavier season, like postpartum, first trimester, sick kids, or just a lot going on, I recommend just picking 1. That's enough. You don't need a complicated system. Just something simple and consistent that helps you clear your head before you go to bed. It's a small habit, but it helps you feel more settled at night and more prepared in the morning. If you start to realize how much mental load you're carrying every day and really would love to build systems and routines for your home, I want to invite you to grab my training. It's completely free and it's designed to get you out of survival mode and overwhelm and start creating routines that feel realistic, life-giving, and custom-built for your home. You can find that link down below in the description. All right, let's go ahead and move into the last area that makes a big difference. How you end your night. It's really easy to focus on the house and the to-dos and the task, but most moms skip the step that really sets the tone for tomorrow. Not that long ago, I was curled up in my cozy bed with a book that I was reading, and I just wanted to keep reading a little bit more, enjoy the peace and the quiet of the night, and I was thinking, just 5 more minutes. Well, 5 minutes turned into a very late bedtime. And I thought, I'll be fine, I'll just push through tomorrow. The next morning, I was standing in the kitchen holding my coffee, and I can already feel it. My body was dragging and my mind was not working. I was foggy, irritable, and every little thing felt harder than it needed to be. My kids were asking me questions that should not have been a big deal. The baby was crying and needed me, and I was just trying to keep it together. Why do I do this to myself? I thought. And that day reminded me of something that I already know. When I stay up too late, I don't show up the way I want to. Not for myself, not for my family. It is just not worth it. Okay, 7, lay out your clothes. This habit takes 1 minute, but it saves you from starting the day already making decisions. Take 1 minute before bed to lay out your clothes for the next day. Whether it's a regular day at home or you're heading out, just having your outfit ready makes the morning feel smoother. You're not digging through drawers half awake. You're not second guessing or trying on 3 different things while someone's asking for breakfast. It's one less decision that you have to make when your energy is low. And that small bit of preparation helps you move through the morning with less stress and more margin. It's a tiny step, but it helps you feel more put together in the mornings. Step 8, go ahead and prep your coffee or your tea. This is one of the simplest things that you can do at night, and one of the most helpful. Take just a minute to rinse out the pot, add water, set out your mug, or get the tea kettle ready. Whatever your morning drink is, make it easy to start. When you're tired and trying to get going, you don't want to be measuring grounds or cleaning out yesterday's mess. You want to press a button, let it brew, and move into your morning without extra steps. This might feel small, but in the mornings it really does make a big difference. It's one less thing to think about, and it helps your morning flow more peacefully. Make it easy to start your day. Decide ahead of time, prep what you can, and knock out the little tasks like this that just smooth out your morning. And number 9 is a screen-free wind down. This is not exactly a 1-minute habit, but is definitely a habit that is very important at night. As a nurse practitioner, I'll say it plainly. Screens before bed work against you. They stimulate your brain and delay your sleep, which inevitably affects everything from your hormones to your immune system. I've noticed that when I shut things down earlier, no phone, no scrolling, I fall asleep faster and I sleep deeper. And mornings after a sleep like that feel much different. I'm calmer, more focused, and better able to respond to what the day brings. So simply try putting your phone away for 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. Instead, use that time to read, shower, talk with your husband. Even something simple like stretching or dimming the lights can help you slow down. It's really easy to skip this part, but it makes a huge difference in how rested you feel and how you show up in the morning. So don't skip it. And finally, number 10, go to bed on time. This habit doesn't take time, it just takes intentionality. And yet, it's one of the easiest things to push off. You finally get those lovely quiet moments at night, and it's really tempting to stay up and just enjoy the silence. I know. But the truth is, if you don't get the rest that you need tonight, your day tomorrow is going to feel so much harder, and I know that you know this. You're more easily overwhelmed. Small things feel bigger than they are, and even simple tasks can feel exhausting. Getting consistent sleep isn't just good for your body. It helps you think more clearly, respond more graciously, and actually enjoy your morning instead of dreading it. If you're not sure where to start, think about what time you want to wake up and then count backwards 8 hours. You don't need a strict bedtime routine, you just need to protect your rest. Because when you're rested, everything else is going to go much smoother. And if you need help building a morning routine that fits your season in life, I've got a full video that I'll link down below that'll walk you through that. Ladies, there is a quiet kind of strength that comes from preparing the night before. It doesn't look impressive. No one claps for the woman who wipes the counters or lays out her clothes or chooses to sleep instead of staying up late. But those little decisions, they carry your whole morning, and that ripples into your whole day. They give you a steadier start and make it much easier to be kind and present with your family. They help you walk into the day without feeling behind before it even begins. And they create space for what matters most: connection with your family, time with the Lord, and you being able to be the calm, joyful presence in your home that you want to be. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need a few small rhythms that you can return to each night. If this video encouraged you, I would be so grateful if you would like, subscribe, and share it with another mom who could use the help. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.